Fun stuff happened. Journalists reported on it, and now 6 comedians get their grubby little hands on the news that was produced. Welcome along to 7 Days. Our team leader rotation policy continues. Looks like it may have done a full 360 right back to where we started. Let's meet our team leaders for the week. Leading Team 1, man I know nothing about, have never met, do believe it's his first time captaining. It's Paul Igu, is it? Good to see you, Paulie.
Good to see you, Simon Barnett.
So how's the week going, Paulie?
Hey, thanks for your question.
Yes.
Week's been good. I've got teenage kids and I managed to embarrass my teenage son this week.
Good.
Which is one of the best reasons to become a parent. And so he's 16, he was in the car with me, and as we drove down to Devonport Village, we noticed some of his mates hanging out with their skateboards. And so as we drove past, I wound down the window and I went, "Sup, homies?" And he slunk down quite low in his seat.
Who's on your team?
Oh, amazing team. Tell you what, you think you go through a lot of nappies in a week. She's a new mum. Yes, please welcome funny mummy, Lana Walters. And down the end there, not so much Taranaki hardcore anymore, more sort of Bay of Plenty semi-soft. It's Ben Hurley.
Lovely. Good team, good team. It's going to be a challenge. The leader of Team 2 is what happens when you give the theatre kid at high school too much money and attention. It's Laura Daniel. Welcome along. Have you had an exciting 7 days?
No, actually, haven't.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
I've spent all of it inside my own house, alone, on the couch, just thinking about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Ever heard of it, Jeremy?
Yeah, I know the one, the
Yeah,
rubbish.
didn't think so, you know? It's a swirling vortex of trash and microplastics in the Pacific Ocean, and not enough people are talking about it, you know?
Are you going to do anything about it?
No. Now that the borders are open, I'm just going to go overseas and check it out. International tourism, baby!
You're planning an eco tour.
Yeah.
All right, who's on your team, Laura?
With me tonight, I have an absolute superstar from Celebrity Treasure Island. She won the Billy T Award. She's on Shortland Street. And fun fact, she actually got her start on that hit show, Jono and Ben. Do you remember that?
Oh, vaguely.
Yeah, it's Brynley Stent. And sitting next to her is... I have no idea who this man is. I'm just kidding. He's hilarious. He's funny. Please welcome Ben Boyce.
Well, it's true. Thank you, Laura. I mean, last time we were on a show together, this network, 7:30 Thursday, yeah, got cancer. So hopefully that's not a bad omen tonight. Where you go with your show?
As we tend to do, we're going to kick tonight's episode off with a round of newsmakers. I'll give our teams a picture or snippet from the week. They tell me why it's newsworthy. And Team 2, you're up first. Your clue comes in the form of an audio clip. Have a listen to this.
Holding it there, round it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open up that, put it inside.
Was that the audio from your prostate exam? that was the wrong audio.
I want you to tell me, Team 2, what's newsworthy about that?
Tell you what, this guy does not know how to do the hokey pokey.
Sounds like a robot's wedding night.
Are you familiar with that?
Well, I thought it was actually my wedding night, but he didn't commentate anyone crying at the end.
Jeremy, actually, I believe it is one of those big fat rats getting shoved up your nose.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is a doctor explaining how to properly use a rat test in the news because Dunedin students were caught selling positive tests to people without COVID who just wanted a few days off work. And I'm groaning, is this a generational thing? Because I'm appalled by the work ethic of people buying these tests to get off work. Some of us are still coming to work even though we've actually tested positive.
Yeah.
Shone through New Zealand.
Where are they finding these positive tests? I mean, you know, I can't think of anywhere. I mean, it's not like we're getting 15 to 20,000 cases a day. You've got to be really careful what you buy online. I tried to buy a positive rat and it arrived. It wasn't a positive rat. It was an optimistic mouse. It's not quite the same. A wonderful theme park, you know.
Most work can do it. Most work places will let you have the day off, even if you've got symptoms, even if you haven't tested positive. And COVID symptoms are remarkably similar to hangover symptoms. So you can just ring up and go, yeah, I got a cracking headache, a sore throat, and well, I'm eating Domino's pizza, so I must have lost my sense of taste.
But rat tests are so much easier than what we used to have to do to get a day off work. Remember, you used to just have to go to the loo, call up your boss, tip a tin of peaches into the toilet. Oh, I'm not feeling very good.
Yeah. And now you just have to go outside and go, and they're like, go home! Get home now!
This is so tough because, like, on the one hand, like, you shouldn't lie to your employer, and on the other hand, like, you know, work sucks and lying is easy.
I honestly think it's easier to, like, rather than going out and buying a rat test, do it the classic old method, just sleep with your boss.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Daddy?
Oh, no! Oh, no.
Wow. That put an extra incestual level on it I wasn't expecting.
All good if I go to Queenstown next week.
I love how you, after years on the show, you still think Corbett's in charge somehow.
Wait, don't get me started on when I worked on this guy's show. He would not put out.
Does anyone get annoyed that we call them rat tests? Because the T in rat is test.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like ASB Bank.
Correct.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, FPOS card. Oh, no, that one's a real
That's
one.
all right, yeah. That's...
What was I thinking of? Oh, ATM machine.
All right, Team 1, you're up, and I've gone for the photograph.
Oh.
I need to know why this photo is newsworthy, why it's a newsmaker.
Is this throwing the bouquet at your dream countdown reception? You know?
Well, to me, it just looks like the enemy is amassing.
Okay.
This is the last one of these supermarkets they ever built.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the final countdown, I think.
Get out! You can stay. You can stay.
No, there wasn't. Aren't they importing staff from across the ocean? They're importing staff from Australia, and hopefully they're bringing food with them for the shelves. To bulk up their countdown staff quota.
Yeah, well done, Team 1. They are Countdown employees, and this week Countdown announced it will be bringing in Australian reinforcements to ease shortages. Over 2,000 of their staff members are self-isolating, so they are a bit short. I just thought it was funny. Imagine if you are living in Australia and your partner is a cashier at your local supermarket, wakes up one day and goes, oh, next week I'm just off on an international business trip.
I love how they keep calling them reinforcements. Like, that's a military term. Like, right now in Ukraine, they actually have real reinforcements. We have to repel the entire Russian army. Here, we're bringing them in, sell people toilet paper.
It is a war, though. Do you know how much cheese is at Countdown, Ben?
$21, eh?
Yes.
But you know what? Here's the problem, New Zealand. We shouldn't be eating a kg of cheese every week.
I'm the cheese straightener in our house.
Okay.
You know, in the blocks, they've used it for grating and it's all angled. I slice off and I put really irregular shaped cheese on my sandwich so that the block is nicely
It's so
squared
interesting
off.
to hear what jobs men do in the house.
I take my mum Marge shopping every week, and we go to Countdown, and they had one checkout open, heaps and heaps of people waiting for the self checkouts, and we finally got there because my mum likes to go through and have the lady pack her groceries, and I said to the woman on the till, I said, is there a reason that there's only one checkout open? Like, it's really busy. And she went, yeah. So that was a really good chat.
I've really struggled with this because my supermarket, there's like no nappies, and I'm like, what am I going to put on my baby? So I've just been using jumbo old El Paso tortillas, which seem to work better than the standard stuffs.
We need to calm down and shop normally, don't we? We panic bought all the toilet paper from the supermarket. Now we're panic buying Australians from the supermarket.
Well, no, if you're like me, I like face-to-face contact, you know? I like to be greeted at the supermarket, and now this is actually just going to get in the way because already we've got barriers, we've got masks, and now we've got little corks hanging in front of their faces.
I have heard that they've done something horrible. They've put the pavlova in the international food section.
All right, that is a good round, a good kick-off of newsmakers. For points, Team 1, you can have the average number of guesses it takes to complete Wordle in Canberra. 3.59 is the average, making them the best city in the world at Wordle.
Wow.
All right, so you get 3.59. Team 2, you can have Shane Warne's highest test score with the bat.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, you know what it is. What is it?
99 versus New Zealand.
99. He remains the highest test run scorer who never got a century. He was quite a good batsman as well as a bowler, which means this week's first star on the sticker chart goes to Team 2. Congratulations, Team 2. Though it's still anyone's game, and our winning team tonight will not be walking away empty-handed. They'll be jogging away full-handed, because this week's prize is our most prestigious yet. It's the highly sought-after positive rat test.
Oh.
Yeah. That comes complete with a bright red mark next to the T that guarantees you and your loved ones a whole week away from work. And a big thank you to the unnamed panellists who provided it to us minutes before filming began tonight. All right, time now for a round of Yes Minister, where a sitting Member of Parliament takes time out of their busy schedule running the country to field gruelling questions from our panellists. And they have to answer those questions without saying the word yes or no. And this week's guest is the MP for Paul Ego's electorate, so you just know he's going to be a white guy around Paul's age. Please welcome National MP Simon Rox. Park your chair in there. All right, you need to answer the questions. Not allowed to say yes or no, do you understand?
Absolutely.
Great. All right, here we go.
I think you feel pretty stupid now, Jeremy. Simon is clearly quite younger than me.
Jeremy, can I just ask a question? I didn't realise we've got Christopher Luxon here on the
Actually, I don't know if you know this, but we were supposed to have Christopher Luxon on the show this week, who's number 1 on the list. He got COVID. You're number 65 on the list. Do you know how big our phone bill's been this week? Are you 33 now?
We're 33 in caucus, so I'm number 33.
I guess because there's only 33 in caucus.
Simon, are you just hoping that enough of the National Party get COVID that eventually you'll be in charge?
I feel like I'm the designated survivor at the moment.
I got one for you, Simon. Did it hurt when you stepped out of the John Key cloning machine? I know, they call it a key cutter.
I can't help the looks, but you know, it's sort of growing on me a little bit.
Oh.
So, Simon, you are my local MP. Down outside the Hammer Hardware in Devonport, there's a copper fish fountain, and there's been no water in the fountain for about 5 years. Are you doing anything about that?
Look, I'm really worried.
What about the bins? Like the bins.
Okay.
When you know, Tuesday's bin day, so you put your bin out, you've got the blue sticker you stick on.
Yeah.
Quite often they leave the sticker on, but it's ripped. Are you allowed to sellotape it back together and use it for the same?
I feel like we could probably
Lake
solve
Road's
this.
an issue. The traffic on Lake Road. Are you going to make sure everybody starts paddleboarding to work?
That sounds like the North Shore problem that would come up, eh? Sort of North Shore problem. The other day, I was walking down the main street. Do we have to walk?
Just between you and me, were you ever a fan of that kids' slide outside of Parliament? Bit of an eyesore, eh?
Look, let's be. I've got 2 young kids, but I'm not a big fan
Of the
Of your
slide?
kids?
of the slide. Of the slide. $550,000. Let's be honest.
Simon, you used to work as a paramedic, is that right?
I still do. Still
Yeah.
jump on an ambulance every 6 weeks.
Does that help when the National Party is stabbing the leader in the back?
Simon, I also read that you've worked in tax and as a banker, and now you're a national MP. So my question is to you: do you hate poor people?
Oh, Bryn. No.
Give it up for Simon Watts. And also keep that applause going for Team 2. Simon to give them a note, which means they get another star on the star charts. Let's be frank, everyone's a comedian these days, so why don't you prove it? I'd like you to caption this photo, then text us your caption and, most importantly, your name to 4088. We do need your name. Don't forget your name. Best caption, however, wins $500 of Frank Energy credit. That photo is now on our 7 Days Facebook page if you want to have another look. We'll announce our winner later tonight. Let's take a break, shall we, while we can. We'll be right back with My Audience Could Draw That. Yes, audience. See you soon on 7 Days. Time now for a game of my audience could draw that. That's right, audience, because it's quite hard to get camera crews into schools right now, so we can't do my kid could draw that. So we've plucked 2 budding artists from our studio audience to draw a picture depicting a news story, and our teams have to decipher that picture. All right, Team 1, are you ready for this?
Indeed we are.
Right, I want you to tell me what our audience member has drawn.
Hi, my name is Devin. I went to Raimari Beach School, and this is my picture.
Yeah.
Thank you for your picture, Devin.
Thanks, Devin.
Yeah.
You delightful young man.
Raimati Beach, just north of Wellington. Yeah, I can tell by the accent.
Yeah,
area.
I'm thinking from the accent, guys, that Devin has travelled, which is why he's just put a picture of a plane in here to just brag like, yeah, I'm Devin, I've travelled. Sure.
Gorgeous. I'm seeing rugby.
Yes, yep.
Oh,
I'm seeing crying.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's always crying during the rugby.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
probably, probably something to do with Australia then.
Okay.
I mean that aircraft does seem to have a slight hole in the fuselage.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's something that we can travel. Your sports teams can travel now, and maybe the All Blacks can play the Wallabies over there or over here.
Yeah.
And we're making them cry.
Weren't there a couple of Aussie rugby players who got on the razz on the plane? I think that's it. Yeah, a couple of Aussie guys. Rugby players, I think, had a few too many vinos while they were flying.
Well, let's find out. Devin, what have you drawn, please?
So my picture is indeed about the 2 rugby players who were caught drinking on a flight and have been suspended.
Well done.
So here they are in the flight. They've have a couple of vinos there. I assume it's a bit of a bumpy flight, and with drinks, there's some vomit involved.
Classic.
You go to the next part, they're both quite sad, and they're talking to the manager, to the boss man, who's quite unhappy. And then, that's just a rugby ball with him. And then...
If you don't mind me saying, the manager should probably play. He's massive.
He's in good shape. Yeah. Retired.
Scary.
And then next
Scary
part,
blue guy.
that's them apologizing to the rest of their team. I put some chairs there. I assumed this was in the form of an AA meeting.
That's really good.
Yeah, thank you, Devin. Well drawn. 2 players of the Western Force Super Rugby team were stood down from playing this week after an incident on a flight from Melbourne to Perth, during which they drank, and I quote, 1 to 2 glasses of wine. Well, we've found it. This is officially the worst thing an Australian sportsperson has ever done.
There's got to be more to the story, right? Because you don't just have 1 or 2 wines. That's how many you have at church.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like that zero tolerance policy they have, like no booze. Not allowed any.
That's not going to affect your ability to play. That's just going to make you a bit chatty in the scrum.
I actually heard it was the Australian rugby players were actually how they were drinking. They were drinking out of their hands because Australian rugby had got no cups.
Been coming and roasting them.
Weren't they versing the Queensland Reds, which sounds awfully like a Pinot Noir?
Well, I think that's why they got in trouble, because, I mean, good on them. They stood up before the team and they apologised and they said, look, guys, we've done wrong, we shouldn't have drunk, but more than that, Barry here drank a Merlot with fish. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Honestly.
The sad thing was those Aussies were actually coming over to Countdown to help out, you know?
All right, good stuff. Give Devin a round of applause. Thank you, Devin. All right, Team 2, it's your turn now. Can you tell me what news story this audience member has drawn? All yours.
Hi, I'm Barbs. I went to Mount Roskill Primary, and this is my picture.
Yeah!
That looks quite gorgeous. It looks like concept art, actually. I love concept art for a new show that probably Ben Boyce is going to.
That's like John or Minute Salmon Fido.
Is that a toenail or what is that? What that Sam's eating right there?
I think they both must be sharks. Surely. There's a little fin, a little dagger, and a little shark with laser beam on it.
Any guess as to what the story, sort of, the news headline might be?
I think cat's eating a shark because eating shark's good for your jaws.
Let's find out. Barbs, tell us, what have you drawn, please?
Apparently, DNA testing has determined that there are parts of endangered sharks in dog food and cat food.
Whoa.
Wow. And can you explain the laser coming out of that shark?
Well, it's endangered, so it needs frickin' laser beams on it.
Very good.
You've got quite good artistic talent there. The shading and the cats and the dogs are recognisable. Is this a skill you use in your life outside the studio?
I'm an early childhood teacher, so I just like to draw better than the kids.
Yeah, well drawn, Barbs. Pet owners are unwittingly feeding endangered sharks to their beloved animals. A new study of over 16 pet food brands has revealed that roughly a third of products contain some DNA from sharks considered vulnerable. Oh. Yes, welcome to 7 days under Discovery ownership. At least one shark story every week.
That's what it was on the label. It said like tuna, and then it had just the shrugging emoji.
You think that's bad? I mean, imagine finding a smacko in your shark fin soup. That's a problem.
If they're gonna like call it fancy feast, they've got to use something endangered.
Exactly.
We always seem to guess what we think animals are going to like. Why don't we just actually base it on what we see animals try and eat? Like, I don't know, mouse-flavoured cat food or my testicle flavours dog food. Yeah. Dogs are always having a go at those.
Yeah. Other dogs' butts. Good stuff. Give Barbs a round of applause, please. Wow, wonderful game. If my audience could draw that. Who knew this rabble was so talented? Team 1 for points. You can have the number of years the TV show Neighbours has been on air until it was cancelled this week. 37.
Wow.
37 years. Team 2, you can have the number of years 7 days has been on air. It's only 13, so we've got 24 to go. Oh. Man, I'll be getting old by then, won't I? Good stuff. That means it's a big fat star for Team 1. 37 wins. All right, before the break, I declare it time to play a quick round of Where is the Lie? Now, I'm going to read out 4 headlines from the week. 3 are real, bona fide stories from the actual news, and 1 is a headline we've completely made up. Our teams need to determine which story is the imposter, and of course, you can join in. Let's take a look at these headlines. A, man gets harpoon stuck in his penis because he allegedly didn't make his wife dinner. B, Jason Donovan purchases a kebab from kebab truck called Jason Donovan.
That's good.
C, the Batman screening in Texas paused after a real bat breaks into the movie theatre. And D, man catches repeat burglar using Manuka honey. All right, I'll leave our teams to deliberate. You have a think about it at home too, and we'll see you soon for answers and more on 7 days. Everyone's a critic these days. No, seriously. Send your frank feedback about 7 days to this email address. Stay tuned for how we use it. Could be a laugh. Welcome back to 7 days. Gather in, because we're deep in a riveting game of Where is the Lie, where our panellists have to guess which of these 4 headlines is completely made up. Team 1, have you come to a decision?
We're going to do it by a process of elimination. So harpoon gets stuck in a man. How do you get your harpoon stuck in a penis?
It doesn't say that the wife attacked him with a harpoon, to see these two things don't necessarily seem related. Oh, you didn't make dinner. Whoops, I got a harpoon in my dick.
Yeah, so he didn't make dinner, but maybe the reason he didn't make dinner is because there's just a harpoon lying around in the kitchen.
No, that's her blaming him. She's like, you got it stuck, didn't you, babe? That's how it got there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think B is true because Jason Donovan has a truck called Jason Donovan, and I know there's a pie cart next to it called the Piley Minogue.
So I think that seems very fair. I reckon the bat.
It's either A or C is the lie. Yeah, I'm happy with either of those.
I reckon the bat. The bat sounds the most feasible.
Look, I just think it's D, because I don't think you would use, like, how could you use that much honey? I don't understand.
Do you think the burglar got stuck in it like a massive blob? Oh, dear.
Yeah. How else?
I don't know, maybe you just like lured in with a piece of toast and...
Yeah, maybe.
Look.
Okay, so you think D?
All right. Ben and I, let it be. Ben and I thought it was C. We're going to go with a ray of sunshine here.
Yeah.
D.
Wow.
The Manuka honey burglar is the lie.
You happy with that?
Yes.
Lana? OK, you're going with D. All right.
Nice,
Team
Lana.
2.
Stick to your guns.
So, A, man gets harpoon stuck in his penis because he allegedly didn't make his wife dinner. That sounds so funny that I feel like we would know about it.
You feel like we would have heard about that?
I feel like I would have heard about it.
Also,
I mean,
we're the same as you. We We need more details.
We need more out of it.
just see
More
the picture.
nuggets. We need a picture. B, we know that's true. C, also no, it's true.
It's true, that one, although there has been a lot of misinformation about bats over the last couple of years, but this one...
I just keep going with A. It's such a mystery to me.
It's such a mystery.
So weird. I want to hear.
I want it to be true, but I don't think it's true.
You don't think it's true? Okay, I'm going to go with my gut, and my gut tells me to listen to the two mega nerds on my team. So let's go. A.
You're going with A?
Yeah.
You think A is the lie? All right. The fake headline there is D. A burglar stuck in honey. What is this, Home Alone? I don't think so.
We knew
that
it.
was made up. A star goes to Team 1. Well done, Lana. All right, if you're anything like me, you're a slave to the rhythm of the steel drum. Maestro, play the track. Oh, yeah. Steel drum means only one thing. It's time for Club Tropicana, teams. Head on down to the beach. All right, here at Club Tropicana, I reach into this real hollowed-out pineapple, still waiting for our prop pineapple to arrive from wish.com. I pull out stories from the week I'd like to hear a little more about. All right, this is open to all teams.
Good.
Here we go. International travel, of course, is back, baby. This week, airlines reported a spike in bookings as Kiwis ready to venture out into the world for the first time. I'd like to see some things you would hear from out-of-practice tourists.
Oh my God, darling, she is holding that tower up all by herself. Oh no, she's just positioned herself that way.
Hi, Mum. I'm in London. No, I'm on the hotel phone. I think it's free.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. So am I taking it of you, or? That's some great ones of me. We'll do you now. Oh, it's off.
Oh, hang on. If the cocaine's in my bag, that means I shelved my passport.
Oh my God, there's a tiny fridge. I think it's full of free drinks.
Okay, I'm drunk. I'm on the tube. My shirt's off. Now, is it kamate? I'm not sure of the words.
So, babe, I thought we'd take the kids to the beehive. Well, no, they won't be bored. There's a playground, so...
Oh, man, it's been so long. I really need the airplane safety video to tell me how to put on the airplane seatbelt. So complicated.
Guys, there's a bomb on the plane.
Oh my God, I just got mugged. I missed Europe.
All right, good stuff. Back to the pineapple. This one's about Kiwi actor Anthony Starr. You may have heard about this. He's been handed a 12-month suspended sentence after he drunkenly assaulted a chef in Spain. Oh. So what I'd like to see is more outbursts from Kiwi celebrities.
I don't know where Clark is. No one knows where he is. Stop asking me about... I've no idea where he is. Jessica.
You can't stop me from stealing from the pick and mix. I'm the pack and save voice. I'm Paul Ego. It's meat week, motherfucker.
Okay. Now, look, I don't like using language like this, but if I may, some things just aren't marvellous.
Oh, go on then. Go on 7 days. I'll be fine. I'll just do the Jono and Jono show then. Oh, sorry.
All right, good. Here we go. Dipping into the pineapple again, yes. Oh, the long-running Australian soap opera Neighbours was officially cancelled this week after 37 years on air. And for this, I'd like some things you don't want to hear from your neighbours.
Yeah, sorry, actually doing a bit of building work down in the basement. Sort of like a granny flat that you can't get out of. Just moved from Austria, actually.
Hi. The internet told me there are hot singles in my area. Are you one of them?
Hey, I think you've changed your Wi-Fi password. Like.
Hey, do you have a moment to talk about cryptocurrency?
Yeah, g'day guys, welcome to the area. You know, I may be anti-vax, but I'm not anti-neighbour. How's it going?
Give a round of applause, jump back to your seats, play the steel drums one more time. It is time to return to the doldrums of your chairs. A wonderful game of Topicana. I had a lovely holiday. Oh, gee, this is a tough one. I'm just not quite sure where to go, but I think my biggest laugh came from Team 1. Congratulations. It is time for a break. Don't go away. If you do go away, take your television with you. We'll see you soon for Good News Battle on 7 Days. It's time now for us to take on the unbearably grim news landscape the only way we know how, with an uplifting round of Good News Battle, where the teams bring us the nuggets of positivity they've panned from the river of news. Team who lifts our spirits the most wins. Let's start with Team 1, shall we? Lana Walters, do you have some good news for us?
Hello, yes. In Melbourne, there is this gym junkie named Edna. She is 100 years old.
Wow.
She goes to the gym 5 days a week. It's working. She has the body of a 95-year-old baby. She is shredding for the grave. She looks really good. Anyway, so her gym is so proud of her, they have given her a free lifetime membership. Yeah. Really valuable. It's like one of those 8-week challenges, but you just have to survive 8 weeks. Yeah. She said this place is like her second home, which is great because she can't remember where she lives.
It's a big risk for the gym too, because like, what if she survives for ages?
Yeah.
Although she probably just signed up like we all did when we were 30, and this is the second time she's gone.
Yeah, it's tough to get out of your gym membership, isn't it? They're pretty much for life.
Yeah.
I heard her favourite exercise is the almost deadlift.
I like that story, Lana. That is some good news. I'm going to give you a secret number of points on my page. Over to Team 2. Brynley, your turn now. Bring us some good news.
Oh, I've got some great news for you guys. There's a lovely man in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and he married triplets.
What?
Yeah. He was dating one of them, and then she was like, I got 2 sisters, and so he married identical triplets. And don't worry, they signed a ThreeNow.
I know what present I would get them. I would get them his, hers, hers towels.
You can learn from this, Corbett. You know, it might have saved you some time if you had just married all your wives at once.
Great idea.
The cool thing is they proposed to him as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all 3 of them proposed to him.
They all got down on their knees.
Yeah, and they all said it in one voice. Will you marry us?
This is going to work because sisters are great at sharing and they never fight. So.
Yeah. Oh, that is good. Good news. A good news battle. No better tonic for these dark times than a fit old lady and an incestuous foursome, is there? I have to say, though, by my judgment, just tipped over the edge, I think, by Lana's story. Team 1, congratulations. You get a star. Yours are good. Theirs were good. All right, time now for Quiz-tory. Never repeats on 7 days. This game tests our team's knowledge, not just of the week that's been, but of the 7-day period throughout history, like in previous years. That's what that means. OK, correct answers are good, joke answers are better. Here we go. Teams polish off the whiteboards. Time for your first question. We go back to 1876. On this week, in 1876, which was a long time ago, Alexander Graham Bell made the first ever telephone call. What did he say on that call? 1876. Heinz tomato ketchup, or tomato sauce as we might like to call it, was first introduced to the world in 1876. On this week in 1876, we'll start with you, Paul. On this week in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell made the first ever telephone call. What did he say on that call?
I think he said, new phone, who dis?
Weird that he'd be calling someone to say that. Lana, what do you have?
something like, come quick, Watson, I've got it.
Gee, you know what? You're very close.
Okay.
Just park that one, and if no one else does better than that. All right, here we go, Ben.
Sorry, Lana, I think I've got it. I'm just calling to say there's something wrong with your internet, so please tell me your credit card details.
Which was hard because credit cards hadn't been invented, so they really didn't know what they were talking about. It was like a call from the future.
Yeah. The internet was fine, though.
Laura.
He said, you kick my dog.
No, he did not say you kick my dog. What do we have, Brynley?
He didn't say anything. He spent 3 hours waiting on the IRD line.
Other Ben.
Oh.
It was actually, I know this, it was a really difficult call for him to make. He had to call his wife and say, you're a close contact.
Lana is closest, actually. He made his call to his assistant, Mr. Watson, to whom he said, Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you. His following words were, OK, she's gone. I just called you Mr. Watson because my wife was in the room. That was close now. What are you wearing? All right, we move on. Clean your boards. Your next question, much closer to our dateline, 1997 we're at.
Oh, sorry, mate.
On this week in 1997, what news shook the hip-hop world? Simpsons became the longest-running animated television series in 1997. Tiger Woods became the youngest golfer to ever win the Masters history of golf at the age of 21. All right, Paul, on this week in 97, what news shook the hip-hop world?
That is meant to be called Hop Hip. No one knew. It was too late to go back.
Too late to go back. Upset a lot of people, but not the answer I'm after.
Yeah.
Lana?
I think we all know the answer is when Ginger left the Spice Girls.
Well-known hip-hop band, quite niche.
Yeah. I cried for like a month.
There was actually bigger news from that year, 97. What do you got,
I think it was Big Rapper started his own retail chain, Tupac and Save.
Very good.
That was good, but I think the big news that rocked the hip-hop world was MC Hammer had secretly been letting people touch it.
Oh, Brynley, what have you got?
Yeah. It was shocking news. Eminem finally came out as white.
Right, we haven't got any correct answers yet, Laura.
Well, I've got it for you.
OK.
R.I.P. to the B.I.G.
Yes, correct. The death of rapper Notorious B.I.G. was killed in Los Angeles in a drive-by shooting. His legacy lives on in the name of Lone Star's Notorious P.I.G. pulled pork sandwich, which is what his family would have wanted. Congratulations, well done, Laura. Give her a round of applause. Well, it's time for a break during which you should pay a lot of attention because we are going to announce the winning caption in this week's Let's Be Frank competition brought to you by Frank Energy. Thank you, Frank Energy. I hope it's your one because your one was easily the best. Keep an eye out for it. We'll be back soon on 7 Days. Time now for an enthralling round of Beat the Ding, where I challenge each panellist to give me a specific list in a very short space of time. I sort of surprise them, make it exciting. But there is a bright, shiny star at play for each contestant. Plenty at stake here, as always. My dinger is at the ready. I hope the teams are at the ready too. Here we go. The news story is Spotify went down around the world this week, causing everyone to lose their minds. Paul,
yes,
you have 10 seconds to name 6 ways we listen to music before Spotify. Go.
Vinyl, cassettes, burned DVDs, mini disc players, flute. I want to say flute.
Flute.
That's true. Flute just popped in.
We would have paid flute. All right, so you just got 4 there, Paul. Sorry about that. We move on.
I thought I was going to nail it.
This week, sprinters Eddie Nketiah and Zoe Hobbs took out the titles of fastest man and woman in New Zealand at the Nationals. Eddie only just missing out on beating his dad's 10.11 second record. So there you go. Laura, you have 10.11 seconds to name 7 things that go really fast. Go.
Cars. A tap on full. Who's that runner? The sprinter.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Sorry, you only got 3, but you did very well. A lot of pressure there, isn't there?
Yeah.
You should have said flute. Like works for every game.
Would have accepted
It
flute.
went too fast.
It went too fast. You had 10.11 seconds, but...
Can't another go, Daddy?
Nope.
Sorry.
Is anyone else feeling really uncomfortable?
I'm not, because she says it and then you see in her eyes her own discomfort.
I'm starting to see how your career's going so well.
And going so fast. Maybe you should have added that. My career.
All right, this week, cricketing legend and leg spinner Shane Warne passed away aged 52. There are 11 people on a cricket team, and yes, Ben Hurley, you've got 11 seconds to name 5 leg spinners. Go.
Oh, Mushtaq Ahmed, Shane Warne, Anil Kumble, Greg Loveridge, and Shane Warne.
Did you say Shane Warne twice?
No, I started with Mushtaq Ahmed.
Then you said Shane Warne, I'm sure.
I don't think. No, Mushtaq Ahmed.
Name one more now.
Anil Paul Adams.
OK, I'll accept it.
Interesting fact about Greg Loveridge, Ben probably knows this, played the flute.
All right, this week the debate raged on about the government's controversial Three Waters program. Brynley, we're coming to you. 5 seconds to name 3 waters. Go.
H2Go, Deep Spring, and a normal water.
Normal water.
You look so confident in that.
I'll pay it. You complete it. It's a buzzer beater. A buzzer beater. Supermarkets in the UK this week changed packaging on their chicken Kievs to reflect the Ukrainian spelling, which is, of course, K-Y-I-V, Kiev. Lana, you have 9 seconds to name 5 foods named after a place. Go.
Berries Jubilee, tiramisu, lemon meringue pie.
Beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington.
Lemon meringue pie?
Yeah.
I don't know, I couldn't think.
It's just near lemon and pie roll.
That was a lot. That was a hard one. I would have been very impressed if you got that one, Lana. That was tough. Our final one. This week we celebrated International Women's Day on March the 8th. Ben Boyce, you have 8 seconds to name 8 women. Go.
Oh, Michelle Obama, the Queen, Brynley, Laura, Lana, Sarah, who's doing there today, Jacinda Ardern.
I don't know if it was 8.
It was like 5.
Is it not enough?
That's 6.
And you call yourself a...
And the Olsen twins. Gee, all right.
He is over the line, and I pulled you up 1 second before your time was up, so we'll give you the start for that. Give him a round of applause. Ben Boyce.
Nice.
Good work.
Your wife.
Oh, yeah.
Your two daughters.
Can I do a retake with my wife and daughters?
Yeah, you dug your own grave.
Academy Awards, mate. I'd like to thank my beautiful wife and daughters.
Very good, very good. Right, an earth-shattering game of Beat the Ding as always. Look, I could ding all night, but we just don't have time. Let's go to the star chart to find out tonight's winner. Well, there it is. The stars don't lie. Congratulations, Team 1. Here is your positive rat test. Enjoy that. A well-deserved 7 days off for you. You've just experienced 7 days. Thanks for joining us, and please join me in thanking our panellists this week: Paul, Lana, Ben, Laura, Brynley, and Ben. We'll see you in 7 days on 7 days. Good night.
New Zealand on air, I just wanted to say thanks, Daddy, for the money.
Oh, my God.